look so sad. The tears are in your eyes. Come on and come to me.
Hi everybody, how are you? So before I start this video, I don't want anyone to think I have a hickey and stare at it the whole video. I burned myself with my curling iron a few weeks ago, so just to clear that up. But today's video, I wanted to talk about a bunch of different things, some updates in my life and some different ways on how to find inner happiness and different activities that you can do. And I'm going to go through a lot of different things, but if you guys want to hear what they are, please keep watching. So before I get into today's subject, I actually came across a website when I was browsing around trying to find different activities or different topics for this channel, and I came across this website and it told you a couple ways that you can find inner peace. So I was looking through them, and basically all the things that they mentioned were different things that I've been doing or I've been trying to do, and one of the things on the list that I haven't done in a long time was to meditate. And if you guys saw my first ever vlog, I believe I had mentioned this app. It's called Relax and Sleep Well, and it's this meditation app that you listen to before bed, and it's just a really soothing voice, and it just makes you feel really good, and I don't know, it's just really good for your soul. So last night I actually re-downloaded the app because it was not on my new phone for a really long time, and his name is Glenn, the guy who talks, and me and Brett did it last night, and within the first like 2 minutes, me and him kept laughing because his stomach and my stomach, like, they talk to each other. It's really weird, but we were trying to be like completely silent and not moving and just laying there all calm, and my stomach would just be like blah, 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 and then his would be like blah, blah. So it was just like this really awkward moment because he's never meditated before. So after we got all the giggles out, we replayed it, and he was the first one that actually fell into trance, so to say. But he fell asleep, and he woke up this morning and he was like, I feel like I had a really good sleep. And I'm like, yeah, see? I was like, that is why I always used to listen to it. It's just something positive to listen to while you're going to sleep. Basically, it gets you into such a relaxed state that all you're listening to is his voice, and he's telling you positive things, and it's just a really great overall feeling. So if any of you guys have never meditated before, I highly recommend trying it. And what you have to do is you have to just cancel out the entire world, only listen to his voice, and completely relax. And doing it again last night made me realize how much I love it and how much I miss it. And I've actually been reading a lot about meditating and how important it is, and with my whole new life process, so to say, it's like an ongoing process, something that will never end, me trying to find happiness and inner peace. But meditation is actually a really great thing to include in your everyday life. They say about 20 minutes a day. I'm sure you don't have to do it every single day, but it's something that you should definitely try out if you haven't yet, because it's a way to just free your mind of all the negativity and all the problems that are going on in your life, and it's a time for yourself, and it's a time to find inner healing and inner peace, and to breathe out all of the negative energy or the negative thoughts that you had for that day. So first tip is to meditate, and I will write in the description box what app that I've used, and I'm sure there's a bunch of different ones that you can try out as well. So if you guys saw my last video that I posted on this channel, I had talked a little bit about this book that I'm currently reading, and it is called The Untethered Soul. I made everybody I know read it, and I know a couple of you guys went out and already purchased it to read it, so let me know how you guys like it. But it is very life-changing, and I swear after I read it, I feel just really good. And it's basically just this whole process on how you can start training your mind to let go of all the negativity and to just free yourself from all of the stress that you have on a day-to-day basis. So this is an ongoing process. It's not something that just you wake up one day and the switch is off and you're free from your own negative thoughts. It's something that you're going to have to do every single day, and it's going to be something you have to work on every single day. One of the main topics that I loved in this book was to accept what is and to let it go, and I know I talked a little bit about that as well, but a lot of people stress over things that you can't control, and that is one thing that of course I'm working on, and that it's something you need to work on, because allowing little stresses in your life that you don't need, for example, someone commenting a nasty comment on one of my pages or one of my Instagram pictures, I've seen a lot of people ask how I deal with the negativity, and I'm not going to say it's easy, because there are times where I do let it get to me, but there are also a lot more times where I just let it go, and that has come over time with me realizing what's important and what's not important. We will never know each other's thoughts. The only thoughts you'll truthfully ever know are your own, because that's what's going on inside your head. So for me to sit here and worry about what someone a million miles away is thinking or worrying about me, it just makes no sense, because I have no control over that person or over their thoughts. One thing you have to realize is that worrying is not going to affect the outcome. What's meant to be will be, and dwelling or worrying about a situation is not healthy and it's not good for you, and all it's doing is just bringing your whole entire mood down. So I know I've said millions of times how much I believe in like energy and sending out positive vibes and then getting it all back, and karma and all of that, and I really truly believe that when you do good things and you're a good person and you send out positive energy, that it all comes back. And it's kind of like that book, The Secret, and I had read that in high school and I didn't fully grasp it or really understand it, but now looking back on it, it's crazy how there's so many different books and there's so many different websites and articles, and it's all basically giving you the same exact message. So the message is basically that once you can start to finally accept what is, that you cannot change, you will begin to feel a lot more stress-free. Some of you may be thinking, well, how can I just change my way of thinking and just not worry about certain situations? And one thing that I do, and one thing that I find that's easier, is when I start feeling those feelings of stress or anxiety come up over certain situations, I have to tell myself to take a step back, relax, let it go, because I have no business worrying about any of those things, because I physically cannot change it. So doing this one little thing, it's like a little cycle you have to do with yourself in your own head. It starts to become easier as you do it more often, and then before you know it, or what I'm hoping for, is that it'll just start automatically happening. Once you can start doing this, it really feels like a huge weight will be lifted off your shoulders. And like I've said, it's not going to be something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to be something that you're going to notice when you feel these feelings start to arise. Notice it in your head and make yourself stop. You have to tell yourself, I can't change this, I need to just let it go. I always go like this because I feel like it's a nice cycle of just taking things in, realizing it in your own head, and then just letting it go, because keeping it all in and worrying and just driving yourself basically crazy inside is not going to change anything, unfortunately. The next thing I want to talk about is that a lot of you, including myself, we need to stop being so hard on ourselves. We have this image in our heads of what should be or what life should be, and I think it's just really blocking ourselves from experiencing how life truly is. One thing I like to think about and remind myself when I start getting lost in my problems is to just think about why we're here, how we were created, just how big the earth is and how little I am as a person, and nothing that I'm worrying about is ever going to make the world stop, or it's ever going to make the sun not come up the next day. And when you start to think about this, you can really think about it for hours, because it really is unexplainable. No one has answers as to why we're here, how we're all floating basically in space on a planet in the middle of our solar system, and there's millions of other planets. Like, who knows what is going on? So your problem, like that so-and-so won't call you back, or that you chipped your nail, or that you spilled coffee on your pants before work, all those little problems, they really don't matter. Those are all just little things that you are choosing to let yourself get to. You are clinging on to those negative thoughts and those negative energies, and without even realizing it, you are just letting it all build up in your head, and it's just very bad for you and for finding inner peace, inner happiness. These are things you need to, again, learn to let go. So instead of looking at things negatively, try and find the positive out of the situation. Try and look at the glass half full, so to say. And of course, there's always going to be situations where you're going to be like, well, I'm sorry, I just cannot see why this happened, how this happened, and I'm not going to find the positive in it. But there's always a way to find a positive, and everything does happen for a reason. We are on a huge earth just dangling in the sky. Like, how is that even possible? Think about that. Think about something way bigger than your own problems, and you'll watch your problems start to disappear. And it may sound weird, and it may sound like that's not possible, but believe me, try it out. It definitely gets your head spinning, and it gets you thinking about something larger than your own self. So as I've said, this is going to be a long journey on finding happiness, finding inner peace, and it's not something that's ever going to go away. It's going to be something you're going to have to work at every single day. And one thing that is so important, and that all of you have to realize, is that you can never, ever, ever lose hope, okay? Because if you can cling to hope, you can find inner peace, and I promise you that. You really have to just not give up on yourself, not give up on your situation. Find a way to make yourself happy and find a way to do something that is going to be a positive impact on this world. I think so many people are just worried about how they can make enough money, and I know it sucks and it's hard paying the bills and there's a lot of things to stress about, but if you're not doing things that for yourself that are going to make yourself happy, you are not going to find inner happiness. You're not going to find happiness by buying different things or shopping, and believe me, I could say that I do love shopping, don't get me wrong, but I don't buy clothes or buy things to make myself feel better about myself. I just have a passion for fashion, so to say. So believe it coming from somebody like me who does have a lot of crap, that none of this stuff is going to make you feel better. I would trade every single thing that I own just to know that my family are healthy and happy and with me, and the important things in life are love, happiness, family, hope, finding inner peace, and helping others, and just doing things for other people. And I know it sounds cheesy and it sounds lame and it may not seem like the cool thing to do, but I promise you, if you chase those things instead of the wrong things, you will find yourself in a happier, better place. And it's a really beautiful thing when you can finally look at yourself in the mirror and love who you are and love the person that you've become, and know that all of your actions and everything you're trying to do is for a positive reason. And this is something I've stressed to all of my close friends, my sister and my cousin, like anyone that I can talk to, because I've been in a really low place and I've wanted all the wrong things, and I have literally done everything I shouldn't have done. And you know what? When you're young, you have to maybe do those things to learn for yourself, but I wish someone could have told me 5-10 years ago some of the things that I know now, because it's a lot simpler than a lot of you guys realize. And a lot of you have to realize that your thoughts really become your reality, and if you don't want to live a negative life, then you can't let these negative thoughts consume you and take over you. You have to find a way to let them out, to let them go. And of course there's different activities you can do. If you need more one-on-one with someone, go see a therapist, go to meetings, go to anything. Find any way to just get these negative thoughts out of your head and don't let them control you, because we are all human, we are all born good, we all have good hearts, and everybody wants happiness for themselves. So instead of chasing all the wrong things, it's time to make a change and to realize what's important in life. And books help, and they help me a lot. And like I said, it's not going to be easy, and you're going to forget things, and there's going to be days where you're going to let things get to you. But if you constantly are reading and constantly reminding yourself of what's important and what you need to do to stay on the right path, it will, with time, become a lot easier. So I don't know really what I'm even going to title this video, but I just wanted to kind of talk about, I don't know, ways to find inner happiness and inner peace, because I think in the end we all really do want the same things. We want to be happy, we want to find love, we want to be accepted, and yeah, so we need to stop worrying about everybody else, what everybody else thinks, and we need to worry about ourselves, because 5-10 years from now, all of these people that you're worrying about, that you're worrying are worrying about you, they're not going to matter. They're not going to be a part of your life. You are the only person that will always be with yourself. So you need to start learning to accept yourself, learning to not let little things stress you out or get to you. You need to learn to let them go, and when a negative thing arises, just think about it, remind yourself that I can't change this, I can't do anything about it, so I need to just let it go. One thing I will always continue to do is to just keep learning about all different ways on how I can make my inner self feel better, and it's really a beautiful thing when you can look at life with new goggles, so to say, and you just look at things differently, and you just see the beauty in so much of everything, and it's a really great way to live, and I highly recommend you guys trying it. So I'm sorry if I rambled a bit, but I wanted to just let all that out there. Certain things that I've been learning, and I think you guys should be learning too, and I will list any websites or any books or anything like that below that I've personally read and loved. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much, and have a positive day. Bye guys.
Nothing